Welcome to the third episode of Tony Carrini, Not Live. Thanks to everyone who's watched the first two episodes and have shared them with friends. I've been getting some great feedback, so I'm here doing another one. Wait, you haven't seen the first two episodes? Well, you're in luck. Head on over to tonycarrini.com and watch them. No, go ahead. Go now. I'll wait for you here. Go ahead. You're all caught up. Joining me on today's episode is my brother, Frank Carrini. But first, let's talk about what's going on. Well, it's Easter weekend, and so in our home, it means that mom and dad have been baking for days. And since this year, it'll be just the four of us, they've decided to start baking even more. Now look, it's usually my mom that comes up with the new ideas, but thanks to YouTube, Dad's decided to bake as well. I mean, he's baked 2 different kind of breads, all right? And to help flatten my curve, I've delivered cookies to family and neighbors nearby to just get them out of the house because it's getting bad. I get messages going, oh, I wish your parents would adopt me, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's only good for like a week or two. I've been doing this starting Monday for 45 years, okay? It's not easy, not easy. So with salons and barbershops closed, people have been complaining about not being able to get haircuts, all right? And I've seen some of you try to give your partners haircuts. You all need to stop that, okay? You're not professionals, there's a reason, all right? Just stop, just I don't know, slick it back. But personally, I'm excited about this, as I now have a legitimate reason to go back to my 1992 look. Yeah, look at those locks of hair. Look closely, there's even an earring. Yeah, Tiger King has nothing on my mullet. Nothing. Look for that coming out in a couple of months, huh? And now, let's get to my guest, my younger brother, Frank. Only 15 months apart, Frank and I have been driving our parents crazy for over 40 years. And tonight, we fulfill the dreams of women and some men circa 1993, both Carrini brothers at the same time. Here we are with my brother, Frank. Welcome, Frank, to Tony Carrini Not Live. You can say hello.
Hi. We're not live. Hello.
well, you know, because I mean, everybody's doing these Facebook Live things. I just like to make mine a little bit more polished.
I mean, we're live now, but when the people see it, it won't be live.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Right? Yeah, that's it. And by the way, we're recording this on National Siblings Day. So since we're the only sibling we have, right? So right, there's no other sibling
that we know of.
That we know of. I mean, Dad was in the army, but we don't talk about that. So, no, we definitely got cousins though somewhere in Africa because Grandpa was a prisoner of war for 7 years. So,
100%, I totally guarantee it. We have someone out there.
I wish they'd find us. I mean, with all the 23andMe, maybe not right now, you know, with the whole COVID thing, but you know, eventually that'd be nice, you know. So I wanted to have my brother on there because I you know, he's the person I've known the longest next to mom and dad, but they won't be on this show. I've tried, believe me, but they just won't do it. So Frank, so one of the things I wanted to, you know, share with everybody or whatever, you know, it's like, so what's it like growing up with me as a brother?
Oh boy, man. I thought you were supposed to like prep me with like notes and like stuff or no?
I did.
You sent me an email saying jump on.
But no. I sent you a freaking text last night with all the questions. What are you, drunk?
Oh, you did? Hold on. I didn't even check that one. Hold on.
You're an ass. I sent you. You're like, I want to be prepared.
Here it is. Growing up with me. All right, I got it now. All right, sorry about that. Growing up with you.
So what's it like? What was it like growing up? Okay, look. So first of all, we grew up in Queens. We're only 15 months apart. I'm older by 15 months. But I know I look way older, but that's it. But you know what the funny thing is though, right? Is that people say that we look alike.
I don't see it.
Yeah, you know, and
I don't get it. I'm so much better looking.
You are. I mean, I'm definitely way more.
You're the funny one. You're definitely the funny one.
Looking, whatever, yeah. You know what the funny thing is though?
I just said funny.
Yeah, but I added what you were thinking, so that's what matters. You know what the funny thing is though? Like every girl we dated in high school to the point to our wives today, no one, the women that we've always hung out with have always said we look nothing alike. Like, but then the one, like they're almost offended. Like, like, what do you mean, right? But it's like, but everyone else around us think we look alike, but I don't see it. I mean, I don't know. Who do you think you look like? More like dad or more like mom?
Oh, I have no idea. I don't think I look like either one of them.
But when I got dressed in drag back in college, and
I have dad's personality.
Yeah, you do.
More laid back. Like, I don't give a shit about anything. No big deal. Like, laid back.
Yeah, you don't listen to mom. Totally like that.
Listen to mom. Exactly, just like dad.
Where I'm totally like mom, and I know that.
You're totally like mom. Sorry, you're a little dramatic.
Yeah, but I don't lie as much as she does. So
no. She totally fibs. She's a big time liar.
Yeah,
I don't want to say lie. She's an exaggerator.
Exaggerator. That's a good word. That's way much nicer.
Oh my God! Oh, much of me. Oh.
So Frank, what does mom really say? What does mom really mean when she says, "Oh, that's a nice," or "Thank you"? What does she really mean?
When she says "thank you," it's like saying, "Go fuck yourself."
Right? Exactly. I was hanging out with her last night, right? So for those of you who don't know,
thank you.
Yeah, my mom and dad, my mom and dad live with my wife and I, and we're talking, and she says, "Thank you." I'm like, "Did you just tell me to go fuck myself?" She goes, "No, I said a thank you." I'm like, "No, that's what you mean." And so that's the first thing I wanted to ask you. I was like, because that's the way she talks, right? I mean,
100%.
It's like saying like, "Oh, bless your heart" from the South. That means go fuck yourself. But for mom, it's like, "Oh, thank you." I'm like, So remember, if my mother goes, "That's a nice," she's like, she don't think of so.
Oh, that's a nice. That means I don't fucking like it.
Okay, so growing up together in Queens, what was that like for you?
Wow. So I guess some of my earliest memories, I guess maybe 4 or 5 years old. To sound a little sappy at first, you were my best friend. We did everything together. I mean, everything. I think we even bathed together plenty of times.
There's pictures. It was weird that we did it on our own. It's weird that we just did it on our own when we were in our 20s. But yeah, at 4 or 5, mom threw us in the shower together.
But as a kid, being sappy again, we did everything. We were frickin' frack.
We dressed alike.
Not our choice.
No, not at all.
Not our choice. But yet, mom did dress us alike. And they thought we were twins for many, many years. I think they wish they had twins. You think so?
I don't know. I don't think so. They were just happy that they had kids. I mean, dad was happy, so that way he didn't have to talk to mom anymore. So that was kind of nice, for dad.
I mean, the good thing is they broke the streak of not being relatives when mom and dad got married, which is a good thing.
Right. That's definitely good for dad's side and a little bit of mom's side. Although my marriage is always questionable because that whole thing. But that's another story. But go ahead.
Well, another segment of Tony Carrini, not live.
So growing up with me was I was so wait, I'm not your best friend anymore? I mean, like I'm still part of your life.
No, you still are. No. But you totally still are. But we're not as I want to say like doing things together as we used to when we were kids. I mean, when we were kids, I think we if the RICO Act, I think, was around back in the 80s, was it? We conspired a lot. We really did.
So basically, you're referring to the times that I forged mom's signature on a couple of tests.
Well, before that, let's just start before. You remember the time there was like 3 feet of snow outside, and we somehow convinced Dad to take a walk to Carvel for ice cream?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Totally. Yeah.
That was all you. That was all you. And I just kind of followed along. I'm like, oh yeah, ice cream. Yeah, 3 feet of snow. Let's do it.
Yeah. I think I started doing sales a lot earlier than my professional career.
Definitely are in the right career path. I gotta tell you.
Yeah, absolutely.
I did that when you were like 6 years old. I figured that one out.
By the way, if anybody can hear that, that's my wife vacuuming in the background because she just don't listen. I'm like, I'm recording, but she don't care. She don't care.
That's why I went downstairs to my office and I closed the door.
Yeah, I have an office, but it's not really as cool as yours. So any other memories that you wanted to share?
Let's see. Besides the conspiring for ice cream with 3 feet of snow.
Do you remember how we would wake up in the middle of the night to tell Dad we really wanted a computer?
Yes.
right?
We
Like we
wanted
start crying.
we wanted the Commodore, but then he ended up getting us an Apple.
An Apple.
How did that one happen?
The Apple, I think that might have been me again, because that's what they had at school. They had the Apple II at school, the Apple IIe.
Remember,
So
we
got
had
the
a
Apple IIc.
64/128. It was right around that same time period where the 128 came out, and we ended up with an Apple. I don't get it.
Can you hear the vacuum?
Yes.
Okay, hold on a second. Just keep talking to yourself. Yes! Hey, I'm recording.
Just a moment until we get back to our regularly scheduled program of Point of Carrini live.
Ridiculous. This is totally staying in the freaking thing. This is what I deal with all the time. She's freaking, she's like, oh, let me go vacuum right now. God. See?
Women.
So that's another thing. Like you're talking about, like, how we don't do things together anymore. It's basically though, because, we got married, we grew up, you live so far away, 20 minutes. So there's different, things.
28. I've timed it many times.
So here's a question I'd like to ask you. What's it like being a New Yorker living in Jersey?
Oh my God, it sucks. I still can't get used to it.
Cool, but like I just want to pump my own gas. I know it sounds so like stereotypical, but I really miss, like, I don't want to wait for you.
In this day and age, with the COVID-19 BS that we're going through, I actually went to go fill up the gas today because it was $2 a gallon, which you never see anymore. And I did not want to give the guy my credit card.
Yeah.
Like he's gonna hand it back. And I'm like, what do I do with this card? I'm like, I got like a spray bottle of like alcohol. Do I spray it down? Do I wipe it?
You take a Lysol wipe with you.
Gas.
No, you take the wipe. But the thing is, if you pump your own gas, then you got to touch the handle that somebody else touched. I would Lysol that thing down.
I got my glove. I could do my glove.
That's true. I didn't think about the glove.
And then walk off. Now I got to hand this guy my credit card.
They won't take cash.
Put gloves on since 9 o'clock this morning.
Yeah. Right, exactly. What do you So I've literally Lysoled down my credit card and my wallet ever since this thing has started. Like, I'm going to need a new wallet when this thing is over,
right.
So, by the way, speaking of the whole quarantine thing, right? Like, is there something like fun that you're doing now that you're home, or
drink?
And wait, didn't you get? Well, of course you did, because I know, because we did it together. We both got standalone freezers now, so you're basically drinking and eating a lot of meat, because that's all that's in the freezer, just tons of meat.
So, happy hour here at the Carrini household starts usually around like 2 o'clock.
That's the Cedar Grove edition Carrini household. I'm in the Kinnelon
Cedar Grove edition. 2 o'clock ish, sometimes earlier, never later. Happy hour starts around 2.
How drunk are you now?
No, not that bad. It's we were doing some work today, so I didn't get to drink until about like 5:30. So it was a little late today.
Yeah, but you're drinking water now, right?
What?
Are you drinking water now? That glass you showed me?
No, right now I'm drinking vodka tonic with the splash.
That giant glass?
Yeah, look. This is a vodka tonic, splash of ginger beer, and lime juice.
Yeah, Frank reminded me that's his that's the gift I gave my groomsmen when we got married, which is like 14 years ago now. Yeah. I'm glad I didn't get a set, and that pisses me off, but you got a set.
Could we go back to the first question, other things about like growing up with you?
Sure.
You were my designated driver since like 16 years old. When I was 16, you were 17, because I started drinking very early in life. And you became my designated driver because you're never a big drinker. And there was I can't even think of how many times where I would drive my car, because I always want to drive my Mustang, right? So I would drive to.
I was going to time to see how long it was going to take until you mentioned the Mustang, but go ahead.
So I would drive to the locale, but you always ended up driving home.
Which is fine, because I wanted to drive anyway, so it was kind of cool. I mean, there was that one time though when I drove the van, and I didn't drink.
Don't take the McDonald's drive-through.
What?
Do not talk about the McDonald's.
No, I'm not going to talk about that part. I'll just talk about it when you're not on. No, but we woke up in the driveway, and we don't remember how we got home. Yeah. But I wasn't drinking.
That was
that was just like, I'm like, Obviously, I just don't remember driving home. I was so tired, but we woke up in the driveway. And speaking of your exploits, I mean, how many times did I have to tell Mom that you had food poisoning? Like, she really thought you had a problem.
Except for the one time you actually really did come home drunk, and you played it off as food poisoning.
And I won because I was the good son.
And I still got smacked for that. I don't know how.
But here's the thing, though. Now that we're in our 40s, what?
Mom still smacked me on that one.
Because you're the troublemaker. Look, but like, here's the thing, though. Now that
you were drunk. Now we're sober.
I got drunk once. That's it. Just once. I'm lame. But here's the funny thing. Now that we're in our 40s, what's it like being Mom's favorite son?
Hold on, you're the one who lives with her. How am I her favorite?
Because you don't live here. See, that's why you're her favorite. All right? So, like, when you come over, right, she'll start baking.
You get the cookies, the pizza, the pasta, the bread. Dad made croissants this morning.
I'm like, what?
I never even knew he made croissants.
He never made it before. Old. It's this YouTube obsession that the two of them got now. Now they found
YouTube.
Mom found a recipe to make mafarde. So now Dad's gonna make mafarde this weekend. I can't.
All I know that I'm picking up my tray of lasagna Saturday, 1:00. Tell her to make it ready for me, please.
So not only are you gonna get fresh lasagna, but you're also gonna get the fresh ricotta that Dad's gonna make that morning for the lasagna.
Oh, I timed it correctly.
So you don't think you're going to walk away out of here with a tray of freaking cookies? You don't think that's going to happen? Of course it is.
So I really do believe I'm Mom and Dad's favorite son.
Yeah.
Because I got hit by a car and it was their fault.
Wait, but you got hit by a car because I put you through a glass door the day before, right?
Let's not even talk about that. Hold on.
That's why they don't like me, because that's why we wound up in Brooklyn. What's with the sun in your face? Fix that window.
Oh, my God. I got to turn around this way.
There you go.
Is that better?
Much better.
Yeah.
So
I got hit by a car. And
how old were you?
40 years later, they still have guilt.
Yeah. Is that what it is? So that's why?
It's the Sicilian guilt. It never leaves you.
So, but here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. I've been seeing this with Mom forever, right? When it comes to you, because like anytime you come over, oh my God, Frankie's to come over. I gotta cook.
The prodigal son, right? What do you call me?
I call you the prodigal son. That's right. It's just like what. But I'm okay with it. No, but I'm okay with it. I'm okay. So Frank, do you ever miss DJing?
No.
I mean, you and I DJ'd a lot of Sweet 16s, didn't we?
We've done a lot of Sweet 16s, a lot of weddings.
Yeah. No. It was mostly Sweet 16s, right?
Mostly Sweet 16s. I don't know. We did one, and next thing we know, like we were booked for like 3 years straight.
Yeah.
Almost every weekend, multiple per weekend.
And most of the people watching this are gonna remember because we DJ'd their Sweet 16.
Probably, yes.
And then that's where Frank was dubbed the sexiest man alive by, I guess.
I don't know who did that one.
Was it like a 17-year-old? I don't even know who it was. But
I didn't even know where we were, what party it was.
We were wrapping up a party. I don't remember the party either. We're wrapping up a party. It was afterwards, and there's
witnesses to this, right?
There's witnesses.
Justin was there. Dominic was there.
Oh, Dominic. Yeah. I mean, maybe even Frank was there. So this young girl comes up to Frank and goes, "Well, you say it. You saw it."
So I walked over. What? I walked over, and she's like, "You are the sexiest man alive," and I didn't know what to say. All I said was like, "Thanks." But back then when I was 17, I was like really good looking.
Oh, you're attractive now.
Really good hair.
Well, the thing about you is, and the thing, well, just real quick, I mean, you do have like the most amazing eyes. That's the one feature. Like, you got these really great eyes. I have a mole on my head, so it worked out totally even. So it totally worked out. I mean, Mom realized after I was born not to touch her damn face when she was pregnant with you. You know what I'm saying? So at least you figured that out. But the thing is that we overheard you with the whole sexy thing, and from that moment on, like we would be like, "Hey, sexy man, get over here, set up the lights. Hey, sexy man." That was the end of it.
I wish I could remember what party that was.
If anybody remembers that who's watching this, can you please message us and let us know who said that? So thank you for being on the show.
You're welcome.
Well, you know what, though? One thing, though, I do want to promote, though, for Frank and his wife, Arlene, is that they do have a couple of stores that you can shop at right now online. Right, Frank?
You can shop online. We are currently closed in both locations due to being a non-essential type of business during this COVID-19 crisis. So,
what are the name of the stores?
The first store we've had now for 8 years is called One Savvy Design Consignment. Is everything that we, everything that's designer brands, bags, handbags, and clothing, and shoes and accessories. We're located in Montclair, New Jersey. And you can find us at onesavvydesignconsignment.com. The other store is in Upper Montclair, New Jersey. It's called Nouvelle. And that one is a brand new women's boutique. But also, we have to be closed down due to this coronavirus. So today I spent about 2 hours videotaping my wife at the store.
Arlene puts up these really cool videos on the Instagram feed. And I mean that. They're really fun. So that's pretty much it, man. Thanks for being on the show. Thanks for being on for Sibling Day. That's great. You are my favorite sibling.
You are my favorite sibling.
I mean,
I have no other choice but you being my favorite. You are still my first person I would call if I need to get out of jail, just so you know.
Yeah, but you practically, well, the funny thing is, right?
I wouldn't even call my wife. If I got arrested, I would not call my wife.
No, because mine doesn't even pick up the phone. So I'd have to call you too. So that's absolutely. But the truth is, the minute that anything, like anybody needs anything, the first person we call is each other, which I love. And that's something that I hope never changes. And I don't think it will. But I just wanted to make sure that I had you on my show. So thank you for being on Tony Carrini Online.
I appreciate being on your show. Hopefully I answered some of your questions. I feel bad now I did not prep myself with the questions you gave me. However, I think speaking on the fly, I think I did all right.
We both have the ego problem. I got it. No problem.
No, just a little bit.
Well, listen, thank you. I love you. And make sure you give Mom a call because, you know, she misses her son.
Well, I usually just call you and you can just yell down the stairs.
No, you call her now.
I called.
I always tell her, I'm like, why are you afraid to call him? Oh, he's a busy.
I never understood why I had to call you. And you live 10 feet away from her, and I got to call her again.
No, because, no, it's not the same thing. You got to call her because it's totally
different. That's the fucking phone over.
It doesn't work that way. I don't want her to touch my phone. I don't know. In this COVID age, she should not be touching my phone. She's fragile.
She's fragile.
You call Ma, and then you call Dad too if you want. But you give them a call, and you tell her that you're coming tomorrow at 1 o'clock to go ahead and pick up their freaking tray of lasagna, right?
Wait.
I gotta make a delivery to her goddaughter who lives up the block to bring her some cookies. So I mean, I don't want to hear it. All right.
All right, man.
All right. Well, thanks for being on the show, Frank. I appreciate it.
There you go, man.
Thanks, Frank, for the chat. And enjoy the lasagna. The Cuomo brothers, they got nothing on us. Nothing. Now remember to visit Frank and Arlene's stores online and to support small businesses any way you can during this time. Well, that's it for the third episode of Tony Carrini Not Live. Thanks again to my guest, my brother Frank, and for the surprise guest, my wife and her vacuum, and to my parents for cooking all this great stuff. Really looking forward to enjoying it on Easter. I hope you enjoyed it and that you share this episode with your friends. And remember to head on over to tonycarrini.com to see the past episodes, some of my stand-up videos, and to register for the newsletter. Stay safe, everyone, and keep an eye out for the next episode of Tony Carrini Not Live. Until then, ciao.